Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, I see Antonius. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is already here. Nice to see you. I'm a bit late because I had to finish something. So yeah, today I just wanted to say to come say hello for half an hour, answer your questions maybe, and keep you a little updated about what's going on. It's been very, very busy, and it's going to be still busy until half of September in my life. Today in Luxembourg is extremely hot as well. So I am melting. Uh, yeah, it's 32 degrees. So if someone tells me that Luxembourg doesn't have hot weather in summer, yes, it definitely does. Mm, actually, I've been on a little trip end of last week, and and it was super nice weather because um because because we were in the mountains, and it was super nice. It was 20 something degrees, and everything was working nicely. So I was actually super happy with the weather like this. Mm. So guys, if you have any questions, you can always let me know. Um, Thanks, Antonio. It's nice to see you too. I know you really like life, so I'm happy you could join today. Um, I'm happy that answer your questions. I know that you usually have some questions. So let me know if you wanna know something specific. And in the meantime, I'm gonna tell you what I did last weekend. So we went to this area of Schwarzwald, which is a forest in Germany that is not that far away from here. It's actually 4-hour drive by car, and it was super nice. It was in the mountains, around 20 degrees. We had almost every day sunny. Only Saturday was a bit rainy, and we also got scared because we saw that the rain was supposed to come first around like 3, 4 p.m., maybe 5, and there was supposed to be some storm. So, not ideal when you go to the mountains. And in the end, we were going up on a hike, and we stopped at some point and we checked the weather, and the weather was saying that it's gonna start to rain in 8 minutes, which in the end did not happen. So we were super lucky there was no proper rain. I mean, there was a bit of rain. I have to admit that there was something, like sometimes there was nothing, but there was definitely not a storm, and definitely not something that would, you know, look scary for starting the hike. But we did kind of go through a bit and did a shorter hike, and then we went to do a very important shop in Germany, which is called DM. If you don't know what is DM, DM is a shop with kind of like cosmetics house stuff, and you can buy stuff very, very cheaply from the brand of DM, and also some stuff is cheaper in Luxembourg there, and we also buy honey. I actually just realized that I'm supposed to write the review for the place. We bought a honey place with like 2 old people, I mean, I don't know, 78-year-old? No, maybe 80, I'm overestimating, but for sure 70 year old couple was selling the honey. Just got 3 Germans. They were super cute. They were speaking English, French, and German, so very nice people. Um, Hello, Archie. How are you? How I am? I am good. I am good. Currently melting in 32, I guess, degrees in Luxembourg, indoors without air Luxembourg. It's melting, but I'm not complaining. Luxembourg is great. And how are you guys? You can let me know. How are you? And you can let me know if you have questions. I think that this 32 degrees today and the sunny uh, days lately, but now I look, there are the clouds around, but they're white clouds. Um, I'm getting prepared for Spain. So yeah, this is gonna be hot, hot. Yes, it is hot in Luxembourg, and it's gonna be. Yesterday was super nice. It was 25, maybe. It was very nice and windy, so open windows was great. Today it's 30. It was supposed to be 30, but 32, and tomorrow it's supposed to be 32 as well. And I think that on Thursday it's gonna rain. So yeah. Mm, that's, um, usual, I would say, but I mean, it's also very it used to be very normal. I assume in Luxembourg as well. It used to be very normal in Poland during summer, the days would be hot and the evening would be stormy, and that happened a few times this year, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So on Thursday, just after a few days of hot. You look more pretty today. Thank you. Um, I just, I'm just maybe not that stressed like I used, because I just got a little vacation, 4 days. So not too long, but it was nice to go away from the city, nice to go to the nature, to the forest, to hike, to have some sun, to have really nice weather. And question: Are you qualified to vote in the elections in Luxembourg? As a resident, you are after signing up. I don't think we can vote for everything, but you you can sign up as a resident and vote. However, what I've heard is that if you sign up and you don't vote, that you're in trouble. So it's kind of a two-way thing. I know that in Belgium, voting is obligatory. In Poland, like obligatory in a sense mandatory, like you have to vote, and if you don't vote, you're getting a fine. So I assume it's the same in Luxembourg, but it's after. So they don't automatically register you as a resident. Maybe it happens when you're a citizen. I don't know about this, so this should be checked. And I'm not sure if we can vote for everything, but for sure we can vote for things like the one that was 2 weeks ago, Parliament. If I'm not mistaken, we could have voted. Mm, what do you do in Luxembourg? I work currently in a consultancy, not before, and risk management. So I do everything around risk management. Because company is rather small. It's around 100 people now. And if you work for the small consultancy, you have a department that you work in, which is very like, at least that's how it works in my company. We have departments that are about everything, and then you're kind of more specialized in something. I'm usually working more with funds, but I worked with some banks as well. So it really depends what I'm gonna get. But usually when you go to consultancy, you get specialty more towards the thing. For example, 2 years more than 2 years, 2.5 years ago when I was applying for jobs, I applied to Deloitte, and in Deloitte, I got into risk reporting team, and I was supposed to be, I think, insolvency or something like this. So it really depends where you're gonna work. As a consultant, for me, as I am in a small company, I'm kind of like everything. Um, and also, so if someone looks for a junior, that's also open to me, really. Um, but yeah, so I either work at the client or the clients send us stuff, and I work in my office. My office, I mean the office of my company. Uh, my really, um, which is nice in the end. I really like it because it's very dynamic. You can learn a lot. So if you're young and you work in finance and you have an opportunity to work in consultancy, I don't know about Big Four because I never worked. Uh, I recommend you to try it. Unless you're very, like, not into changes, then don't try because it's kind of like having a new job every months. Unless you get a client that you always have, but for example, at some point last month, I had 3 clients at the same time. None of them was full-time. So so it really depends what you're gonna do, but it's they were 3 different totally different clients. So it can be very nice and rewarding from what you learn. And when you meet new people as well. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, ask them. I'm here to answer them. I'm actually very happy because it's been a while that I'm posting like a longer video, and after last times that I was doing lives, live was something that popped up. So I'm very happy at the end of July this live is actually going. So thank you for coming today. That means a lot. It means that you're still here to listen to me. Also, if you have any requests about things that you need to make a video about, go ahead and do it. I don't promise I will do it before half of September, as I have a very important exam in half of September, for which I'm studying, which is work related. So until half of September, I can one thing first. Let's say that's what I say to my friends, at least. Um, I have to learn language or Portuguese to find jobs like cybersecurity, IT. I wouldn't say you need to know neither Luxembourgish nor Portuguese. I would say you should need English. They might ask you for French or German, depending on a company, but I wouldn't say so. There's a lot of Portuguese people, but I wouldn't say that's the language of the company. You might find a specific company that does it, but I wouldn't say it's a must. And about Luxembourgish, that's usually not a requirement. Luxembourgish is a requirement for jobs in the government, but there you usually also need a citizenship. So that's if you have a citizenship, you probably speak Luxembourg, so it's not a problem. But yeah, French could be a language that could be asked, but you can apply for jobs in English. If you're fluent in English and you have good CV and good um, qualification from university, you should be fine. Just with English. So, um, so it should be okay. I wouldn't expect it to be um, bad because you don't know Luxembourgish or Portuguese. I mean, Portuguese, I'm very surprised because I've never heard of anyone needing Portuguese for office job, and I assume cybersecurity is office job. Um, so that's why I'm very surprised. Mhm. But yeah, overall in Luxembourg, you usually, if it's an office job, you usually can work in English. Sometimes they ask for French or German, but it's more like in a Deutsche Börse or in a Deutsche Bank or I don't know, Sociedad that are German or French companies, usually in a multinational companies, unless you work in a specific team, you don't really need language. My friend used to work in a team that was for Italy, and of course she needed to know Italian, but she was also Italian, so that was not a problem. And I'm not sure how easy it is to get a job as a non-Italian. I can tell you from my experience, my bias, I felt like I couldn't get in Italy because I was not Italian, even if I'm fluent in Italian, so it shouldn't make any difference. But that was my feeling. I might be biased, and it's super funny because one of my friends, I mean friends, she was with me in high school. I was just on LinkedIn earlier today, and I saw her posting something, and I checked it out. And she's actually working for more than 2 years in Italy in a small town. She was studying something data analytics on technical school, like a polytechnique. So maybe that's why it was easier for her. But like when I was applying, it was also after the 2020, 2021. So it was a bit complicated season for job, when there was a huge mess in Italy. Maybe now it's better, I don't know. But that's how I ended up in Luxembourg, so nothing to complain about it. Go ahead, guys. Let me know if you would like to know something else. Again, whoever showed up, thank you so much for coming. That means a lot. I really like to connect with you this way because it's just easier to actually talk than just respond to comments. So it's nice. Um, um, okay, I'm reading to the comment, um, which is from Antonius. I have a favorite house, please. I lived in Luxembourg when I was I have a taken out Monopol shopping center where we did shopping. Monopol doesn't exist anymore, but I want to know the area where it was. Can I send you to identify or you can send it to someone who knows, please? I would be eternally grateful. I mean, you can try to send it to me, but I don't know Luxembourg that well. Unless you can Google where was it, maybe that would be easier than me. Maybe it would be easier as a local. I don't know. I never heard of this place, so no idea. But now you're not in Luxembourg, right? That's what you're trying to say, that you only grew up in Luxembourg? Like, are you willing to come back? Tell me more. Okay, try to Google. Sure, but I don't know Luxembourg that well to just know there's weird noses outside. To just know the answer, by the picture, but go for it. Uh, okay, that's nice that you want to come back. I mean, I don't know where you're at now, but honestly, Luxembourg offers a lot, and I have endless talks of people who like Luxembourg, where we all come from, why we like Luxembourg around us, and it's just hanging out, going out, doing something outdoorsy, not necessarily outdoorsy in a sense like mountain or hiking or walking or whatever, but like actually getting out of the house, going to the restaurant, going for the events. Like summer was there's so I think either today is the last, maybe first of August, maybe end of the week, I don't remember. There is outdoor cinema, which is also nice to hang out with friends in the evening. But overall, it's there is a lot of things to do, and the city tries to make it nice for you to enjoy it. So yeah. I live in South Africa, nice. Yeah, it's gonna be if you've been here as a kid and you remember something, you'll be shocked how big it grew because I spoke with people who've been here for 10 years. Even I see a lot of changes to 3 years. People who've been here for 10 or 15 years, they said, like, that it dramatically changed. There was, like, nothing, and now there's like, not everything is still not Paris or New York, you can compare it. It's still 125,000, people city. And I actually had this conversation today in the comments, was saying that it's so big. Yeah, it's not a village, but for a capital, it's not huge. I love it. It's not something that I don't like. Um, so it's nice. So it's nice that uh, that there is, um, that there is this change, that you can say whoever is government or local government is, the government of the local government is doing everything to make people's life easier. Actually, it's super nice because I was thinking, about a week about how, tram, is gonna change, because they just opened the new, stations for the tram in Closdot. Mm, so they were saying what are the other options, and they actually want to, I don't think it's already approved. They wanted to do a tram from airport until Esch. Esch is another city of France, in Luxembourg, where you would be able to go from Esch to the airport in 1 hour or less than 1 hour, because the tram would have a super fast line for 15 minutes from Luxembourg. Like not Luxembourg City, it would be from Ludelange or something like this, which is right outside of Luxembourg City, to Esch, which would be super quick because now I think it takes at least half an hour. Now it takes super long because they stopped train, but normally it takes a bit less. Oh, that's cool that you still have all the pictures from Luxembourg when you were a kid. That's really nice. That's nice. Hello, hello, new people who are coming. Thank you for showing up. Feel free to ask questions. Say hello. How about living is costing like Dubai? What an average, and what should be the ideal salaries for affording a renting apartment in this easy to find restaurant from other countries? So, cost of living, I have a video that is probably around 1 year old because I remember I did on my July expenses last year. You can check it out. I share all my month. My brother was visiting that month. There was a lot of events, so you can see a bit more, how everything was. Um, Now I would say add a bit to the prices of groceries and, um, prices of housing now for a room are around 950,000 something. So definitely that increased a lot. For renting an apartment, really depends where. If you wanna be in a city, that's quite costly nowadays. You want room separate from kitchen, that's another story. So it's usually, like, a bit more complicated to just say a number, uh, but I wouldn't expect any more to have the flats for 1,500. And that's definitely not possible anymore. That might be a room with a private bathroom in a shared apartment with other people. So it really depends what you're looking for, and if you're looking for living in a city or outside of the city, the prices also change, not hugely, but they change. So there's no one answer for if it's easy to find restaurants from other countries, yes and no, depends from what country. There's a lot of Indian, Nepal, restaurants, but I've heard from India that they're bad. They are not original, whatever. I've been in India and I tasted it, and I didn't see such a huge difference. But I was in Kerala, so that's also a specific region of India, I guess. Um, then these ones are a lot. There's a lot of pizzerias, so Italian food. There is a lot of places with not a lot, but few places with Portuguese and Brazilian food. We have a Polish restaurant. I'm Polish, so so that's how I know. But I've been on once. Um, you have 2 or 3 restaurants in a city, depending what you count. El Barrio is kind of Spanish as well. Um, you have a lot of Italian-ish, like they're Italian restaurants, but not run by Italians. You have a lot of Greek food that's very good. What else? From the popular, I remember the Thai restaurant called Ukulele. There's Chinese restaurants for sure. There's some sushi, but I spoke with Japanese person and not good. Not Japanese quality, but, of course, I mean, I think it's all Europe that have it. Uh, I honestly think they're fine. There's a lot of places now with poke, which is Hawaiian. Uh, I'm pretty sure there's some, no, there is, not pretty sure, I even know there's a Moroccan restaurant called Kaftan, I think, in Limpopo. There is Shish that is Lebanese, but it's run by I mean, I've heard it's run by Syrian people and Lebanese people say that it's not Lebanese food, but I don't know if there is a proper Lebanese restaurant. I like it personally. What else? Yeah, there are few restaurants that are from other countries. I don't know where you're from or what you're looking for, so for sure you'll find a lot of Italian food. That's for sure, and there's also a little of Spanish and Portuguese restaurants, at least in the city that I know about, because maybe there are more. There's few Brazilian restaurants as well. I don't know, you have quite an option of food, and you have also some steak places, you have French, Luxembourgish, I don't know what, places. So you have a lot of options for food. Mm, yeah, the food is expensive, you have to say, it is expensive. However, when we were going back from this vacation, little vacation for a weekend 2 days, last weekend, we wanted to go to Strasbourg, but you need a ticket for Strasbourg to go for your car to say that your car is okay, like, ecologically, and we didn't have a sticker, so we stopped in Kehl, which is a city right next to Strasbourg in Germany, and you can take technically a train or a tram. We gave out for 3 minutes to figuring out how to do it, and funnily enough, I've been in Kehl as a 15-year-old or maybe 16-year-old on a student exchange with my best friend, so it was super funny to see that town again, and it's a very small town, and we went to a Greek restaurant that was, having very good reviews. I got moussaka that was not good, but my boyfriend got a meat, and the meat was very, very nice. So, and I saw other people's plates, and they were looking very nice, just not the moussaka. The place was called Alexandros or something like this. You'll find it on Google Maps if you put on the most rated, the best restaurants in L. It's spelled Kehl, if I'm correct. It's right next to Strasbourg in Germany. Like on the side of Germany, there's Strasbourg in France, and then on the opposite side there's this town. And we paid, I was 21 something, and the meat plate was €2. So in the end, we paid not so little, I would say. In Luxembourg, you would probably pay around the same. So for me, it's now difficult to maneuver around the prices because when I also see prices in Poland, I see that they are very high. And now when I'm gonna go to south of Spain, I'm gonna also see how is it gonna be there. 'Cause I'm going to another part, but, like, I used to live in south of Spain for my Erasmus exchange program at university, and I wanna see how the prices change as well there. because they're saying the prices increased a lot, so let's see, I think it's everywhere instead of Luxembourg because it was already expensive, but I would say now when you go to the Greek restaurant, you should not pay more than, like, 5 for a normal get a fancy dish or maybe fish, uh fish, in the restaurant in a Greek restaurant, maybe you would pay around 30 something, or a huge plate of, meat, but, like, um, but if you get a meat plate, normal meat plate, I would say 25, 28 maybe, so it's not such a huge difference. Looking at the town is very small. So the town, the Kel is, like, quite small town, probably the price was also a bit bigger like, higher because there's a lot of people probably working in Strasbourg and living there. Just guessing. Uh, that's the only time we went out to eat, so yeah. We're mostly cooking. We had a super nice apartment, and, it was, like, on the different no, kind of on the same floor with the landlord of the place, but it was very private, and we had a kitchen, and, we just cooked for ours. Super nice. I'm in Dubai, and I'm from Kashmir. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Dubai has to be hot, huh? Luxembourg is not as hot as Dubai, but for Luxembourg today is hot. I'm from Poland. I am from Poland, so not that far away. Um, good. We're approaching half an hour, so let me know, guys, if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. Um, and yes. But I really, really, if you are in Luxembourg, I don't know if whoever is watching is in Luxembourg already, but if you are in Luxembourg and you have a car and um, you wanna have a cute uh, big crib, that's a nice place to be for the mountains. If you like mountains, of course, it's not that you have to live out. I love to being outdoorsy and love to, do things. Uh, Andonius, I just check out your picture and, no clue, it could be anywhere. No idea. It's maybe Merl, but no idea. Because there is parks and there's all the typical buildings of Luxembourg that are everywhere. So I have no clue. Thank you for sending the email with the picture. But no idea. But it's a good picture, huh? We all look the same as kids. We were all dressed up the same. I assume it was winter. I have exactly the same outfits. Uh, but usually these outfits would be for snow. That's actually super funny to see. I know you don't have a long pants. Uh, yeah, we would have, like, a puffy pants as well. Anyways, sorry, you guys don't see it because he sent me the picture about something we spoke about earlier. No, nice, nice. But honestly, I don't know, sorry. I don't know, and I think it will be very difficult to identify it. I see Luxembourg is over now, kind of. Yeah, very much kind of. Instead of a huge discount that there were at the beginning, but I don't know if for everyone or if you would get the if you had Uber in different country, I don't know, I haven't used it. But my flatmate got, discount, I think, like 3 rides for 20 € or 30 €, something like this, which gets you basically from the city center to the Hirschberg, more or less. But he went to the groceries with the taxi because of that, so that was easy for him. If you don't have a car, that would be nice, but, yeah, the Uber in Luxembourg is tricky because there is still a taxi that's called Web Taxi, and it's supposedly the cheapest. I never checked if there's my friend also recommended Allo Taxi or Hallo Taxi, I don't remember which one was it. And it was working exactly like Uber. I mean, not exactly because I don't think you would get the it also depends on Uber. I remember first time I used Uber, I was in Colombia, and all my friends there were saying, "Use an Uber, not a taxi, because you get all the information about the driver, so you have a picture, you have a name, you have a car, a picture of the car, the license plate." So I don't know what in Europe they actually show. But yeah, anyways, you would have a car, on this Web Taxi you would get a picture of a guy. Usually, I always had guys in a guy's brother in a taxi. So you get a picture, you would see where he is, the car, and you would see how long it would be exactly like Uber. Uh, and yeah, yeah, exactly. There's this thing. So web taxi is basically the same thing as Uber, and now it just is with it that you can do it via Uber website. But I don't think it's cheaper, or I don't think if it's still like taxi drivers who do it. Like I think it's still a web taxi cars. Honestly, no idea. I haven't used it. I don't know if it's cheaper. I wouldn't assume it's cheaper. Taxi is very expensive in Luxembourg. Um, I remember that I was very lucky when I came here almost 3 years ago, yeah, 3 years. Um, and, uh, and I paid 26 or 28 euros from the airport on Saturday. So that was not a lot, but then I know that many of my friends would go back from the city center to their places, which would be, I don't know, half an hour walk. Um, and um, and they would take a taxi and it would be 15 or 16 euros. So that's a lot. Transportation is free there. Yes, we have a free public transportation in Luxembourg country, not the city, so you can take trains, trams, buses, and we do not have a metro, but I don't think the city needs a metro. Also, the city is so many layers that there would be no way to put a metro, like, underground stuff in the city. Tram, that pretends to be a metro. Some people even call it a metro. And we have a lot of buses, and it works really nice, and the trains are working, so it's all good. How big is the Polish population? No idea. Now I know maybe 7 people, but it is big enough that we have a shop and we have a restaurant, so I don't know how big. I never been interested. All the people that I know from Poland are kind of random, and one of them too, but with one I'm not in touch, are from my studies, so yeah. Uh Hello, someone with picture. So yeah, no, I have no idea how many Polish people are here. I never been doing this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I've never been staying with Polish people whenever I went abroad. It would be more like a coincidence than actually me searching for it. But that was just my choice. It's so yeah. There has to be enough Polish people because we have this thing that it's every year in January, we have this fundraising that is super huge in Poland, and they do it also here, and they do it in some kids center or something like this culture center. Um, mm, yeah, no worries. Thank you for coming. Sorry, I'm reading the comment that someone thank you for coming. I think we also gonna end up soon because it's been half an hour, and I don't see too many questions. So thank you and enjoy your week too. Antonius, whoever has questions, feel free to ask them. I'm happy to tell you everything you know, but, uh, but yeah, otherwise we're gonna wrap up because it's been half an hour of me talking, so I'm gonna sip my water. I'm also very happy how it turned out today. I mentioned earlier, last 2 lives I think that I did, I assume they never popped up to people. I don't know what was the cause, but it was very little comments, so it was very had a lot for longer than minutes. I'm very happy we talk about for an hour, and I'll give you a bit more time. What kind of weather is 4 season or just 2 seasons? Definitely 4, and you can get 4 seasons in one day. And like I'm not kidding. You can have sun and warm, and then it's gonna be rainy, and rain into snow, and at night it's gonna be freezing. But no, it's definitely 4 season. However, uh, there's almost whole year rain. June, July, August are usually less rainy season of Luxembourg. So let's say summer is less rainy, otherwise it's quite rainy. But definitely 4 seasons. You have cold winter, Depending on a year, this year we didn't really get spring, but what I know of, almost all the Europe was struggling with the same thing this year. It was very, very long winter, and it was, like, magically hot and cold again and then hot, and Poland is struggling with, heat waves terribly from weeks, and Luxembourg was quite okay, and we had, like, 1 week that was very hot, and now this week is hot. The other week was, like, 2, 3 weeks very cold, meaning 30 something, 30, 32. Yeah, yeah. So, usually it's 20 something in summer, which is very nice, and we were all actually super happy. I was talking with my friends how nice it is that it's not that hot. Not hot. I mean, for many of my friends, they can go home or go on vacation. Yeah, so it really, really depends. Okay, people, last few seconds, I mean seconds, let me wait half a minute, for additional questions. So let me know if you wanna know anything else. Um, and otherwise, we're gonna wrap up. It was very, very nice to see you today. If you have any video requests, feel free to put it under this video or any other video. The same with questions, but video requests might be more useful or some things that you wanna know from me as a person who lives in Luxembourg. Hello, Danielle. You know what is the best. It's my You know what is the best bar for drinks after work. One and only. Um, yeah. Okay, guys. So on that note, if my friends are already joining, then I guess it's time to wrap up. And I'll see you next time. So have a good day. Uh, and enjoy summer if you're in a place that is summer. Um, and keep drinking water, mostly when it's 30 degrees. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for all your comments and questions. And have a good day.